The mighty Amazon River is an absolute titan of global nature. It is the beating heart and the vital lifeblood of the world's largest tropical rainforest. Every single second, it pumps millions of gallons of fresh water across the South American continent, flowing out from the west and emptying eastward into the Atlantic Ocean. It is a massive, unstoppable force of nature that sustains thousands of distinct species. But what if I told you that everything you know about this legendary river is completely wrong? Millions of years ago, the Amazon didn't flow into the Atlantic Ocean. In fact, it actually flowed in the exact opposite direction. And even more bizarrely, the sprawling, dense green jungle we know today didn't even exist. Instead, the middle of the continent was entirely submerged beneath a massive, swampy inland sea. To understand how this massive landscape was so radically transformed, we have to rewind the clock roughly 15 million years. Back then, South America was already drifting away from Africa. The ancient Amazon River flowed completely backward, running strictly from east to west, eventually emptying straight into the Pacific Ocean. But deep underground, a colossal, unstoppable tectonic war was brewing. The massive South American tectonic plate violently collided with the Nazca plate pushing against it from the west. This slow but devastating collision caused the western edge of the continent to buckle, crumpling violently upward to forge the towering Andes Mountains. Suddenly, the ancient river had a massive, impenetrable wall of solid rock blocking its exit to the Pacific. With absolutely nowhere else to go, the massive volume of water began to aggressively back up. Over thousands of years, it flooded the entire center of the continent, transforming the dry landscape into a gargantuan, swampy inland ocean known as the Pebis Mega-Wetland. This was not a peaceful body of water. The murky, shallow sea became a terrifying prehistoric paradise, heavily infested with giant, lethal predators that thrived in the muddy depths. The absolute undisputed king of this swamp was Purussaurus, a monstrous 40-foot-long prehistoric crocodile with a bite force twice as powerful as a Tyrannosaurus rex. For millions of years, these colossal ancient monsters ruled the swamp. But the Andes Mountains simply never stopped growing. As the mountains pushed even higher, they funneled even more rainwater down into the basin. The massive inland sea became impossibly full. Eventually, the immense pressure of the trapped water violently broke through the eastern rock barriers, completely reversing the river's flow for the first time. The massive prehistoric swamp rapidly drained outward into the Atlantic Ocean, leaving behind incredibly rich, fertile soil. From this highly nutrient-dense mud, the greatest biological hotbed on the planet rapidly grew into the lush, sprawling, modern Amazon rainforest. Next time you look at a map of the Amazon, remember the giant prehistoric sea and the 40-foot crocodiles buried beneath the trees.